Yes, good morning. We're going to try a 20-minute experiment. The courts are going to see if we can put some content together in a span of 20 minutes. Now, if I go over that, somebody let me know. Good morning, jurors. Good morning. Happy hump day. Happy hump day to you. Happy hump day. Come on in. Smash the like button. It's Judge Shady Court. Okay. Some of you who was up last night in these YouTube streets, you're probably still sleeping. Okay. If you can hear the sound of the judge's voice, that means you survived the shady boots, palm trees in these YouTube streets, on this ninja net, and in real world. We're going to be chatting about the poor federal government workers, okay? And how our petty president, okay? I said our petty, wait a minute, his new name is President Petty, okay? We're not going to address him by President Trump. Listen, he's our president. We have to respect that, okay? You should have done it at the voting polls, all right? I don't want to hear it in this courtroom, but we're going to address him as President Petty. Good morning. What's up, baby? You signing in? Juror number 16. Well, it appears that you're juror number 1 because you're the only one up around here. You and myself. What's up? Thank you for smashing the like button. Of course, when I go back and check the replay, I'll smash the like button myself. Good morning, Snowdrop. What's going on with you? Yes, indeed. We had a good time out in these streets these last couple of days, didn't we? Good morning. Lord have mercy. Plotter, what have you been up to? I tell y'all, Plotter is busy. He married, got a baby on the way, and he hangs out in these YouTube streets 22 hours out the day. Wait a minute, what was that? I heard somebody say yesterday, Lord have mercy, Plotter, they after me. Was that Stormy? Lord have mercy. Stormy said, Plotter, they own me. I am checked. Yes, indeed, these YouTube streets is off the chain. Now, y'all see the judge been minding her business and staying in her lane. The judge is growing organically. The judge ain't around here taking her last bit of change, buying subscribers by the dozen. The judge ain't over here linking up to be relevant. Judge don't do all that kind of stuff because that's why I'm here right now, because we got to stand on business, okay? So while everybody else around here in this black gutter ghetto T sector arguing and colonel, the judge is handling her business behind the scenes, and she's standing on business, okay? We got to talk about Pam Bondi, all right? We're going to be talking about Pam Bondi. If y'all don't know who she is, she's the head chick in charge. She's the head chick in charge. Yes, indeed. She's the number one enforcer for our Mr. President Petty. I wonder what they doing behind the scenes. I have never seen somebody so brainwashed. Delusional. No. Wait a minute. Don't get it twisted. I respect Miss Pam Bondi, because first of all, she looked damn good for 59. Let's be clear up around here, okay? 59 looks well on Miss Bondi, okay? We're going to be chatting about Miss Bondi, how she ran up around there yesterday, okay? Doing that judiciary committee up around there. She got to talking to those senators, and she basically hit a new tagline, okay? If you guys hated crime as much as you hate President Trump, oh, she went in. And I'm going to tell you like this. Y'all don't understand how hard it is. Shout out to all my female law enforcement officers up around here, or any female up in this building. Because let me tell y'all, this is one of the hardest businesses to be in, okay? It is heavily, and when I say heavily male dominated, let me tell you a few things real quick, okay? Being a woman in law enforcement, and if you have a set, what time is it? If you have a set of breasts, okay, then as a law enforcement officer, you know you got to put those little tight pants on, okay? That's more than enough inspiration for the judge. I said, hell with this. I got to become the boss. So I can wear what kind of pants that I want. Anyway, it is very, very challenging for a woman in law enforcement because let me tell y'all something. The fellas, they got their own lingo, okay? But they be shocked, okay, to see a woman, first of all, on their level, okay? I'm talking about emotionally. I'm talking about physically. I'm just like y'all don't understand the challenges, how hard it is for a woman. I said a woman to be in law enforcement. Let me tell y'all something. Being in law enforcement, the many years that I've been in, I found some of them law enforcement. And shout out to my boys and brothers in blue and sisters and all that good stuff. But let's be clear. I have never heard more catty conversations than coming from these brothers. Y'all understand what Let me tell y'all something. These cops and these brothers, they run their mouth up around the jaw worse than women. I'm going to be honest with you. They know everything. They gossip about everything. Listen, it is really, really hard for a woman in law enforcement. Because first of all, you got the male. Now, this ain't with everybody, okay? This ain't with everybody. Let's make that clear. And let's be clear up around here. I'm saying, okay? You got some brothers that because, say for instance, you're a female law enforcement officer and your chief of police, okay, your boss, your supervisor. I say stupor, because everybody ain't no supervisor up around here. We got a lot of supervisors on the job. Y'all know what I'm talking about? Them ones you sitting there saying, how in the hell did they make it? Who promoted them? How long did they have to stay down on their knees? Because y'all know some of these supervisors ain't got no business being in charge of their own selves, let alone 100 plus employees. Smash the like button, man. We only got 5 minutes, about 20 something of y'all up around here. Come on, let's give your girl the judge. That's right, the honorable. I said the honorable. Let me see who's in the chat. Good morning. Good morning, Control. Some of these YouTube streets are scary to roam around in. I tell you, I told y'all, okay? Get your water guns out, put your Kevlar hats on, and keep hope alive. Listen, these streets ain't safe no more. At any moment, it could be your turn up around here. All I can say is, hold your Bible close. These demons on these YouTube streets. Matter of fact, get 3 Bibles. Oh my God. Good morning. What's up? Thank you, baby. Melly Mel in the building. Good morning. Good morning. Controllers in the building. Malika, how are you, sweetie? Thank you for joining us again. I remember you. Don't be objecting about nothing up around here, Plotter, okay? It is what it is. You heard poor Stormy give you a warning yesterday. Stormy said, they on me. Lord have mercy. Yo, I was in these streets cracking up. Lord have mercy. Child Bibles, extra virgin olive oil. Yes, indeed. Really, the judge is responsible for all your shit. That's right. Wait a minute. Snowdrop, Plot around here playing games now. He don't want me to have to call the head owl up over there because she the only one that can maintain him. Judge ain't blaming about nothing. Wait a minute now. I kind of feel bad, but I told her that was bound to happen. Listen, man, let me tell y'all something. I am currently, it is so much shit going on in this black tea sector. I'm currently trying to get in touch with my man's Tyler Perry. Okay, now I really don't know Tyler Perry, but I know Tony. That's his head brother and the HNIC up around it. Mr. Tony Strickland. You can Google him. I'm trying to get Tony. Tony been peeping in on these YouTube streets, y'all. And I'm like, Tony, man, you see all this shit going on, man? We can script this and this. Of course, the judge gonna have to get her production rights. And the fact that she incorporated everything, that's what I'm looking for behind the scenes. Y'all can have this front shit, but why not get paid to put your family members and everybody else up around here? Because the judge always tell y'all if it ain't making dollars, it ain't make no sense. Now, if I had my way with Tony, well, I don't mean it like that. Tony is married, happily married, and he has a cute little son. But I asked Tony, who the hell wait till they get damn near 50 to have a child? Anyway, Tony be busy, okay? Tony, Mr. Strickland be very busy. up around there. You can find him producing all the BET shows that's on, the Sister Show, all that stuff. But I told him, I said, listen, if we pull like a few that can keep, you know what I'm saying, that drama going, trilogy, because let's be clear, some of the content creators around here, hell, they got like 19-part series going on up around here. And I was advising Tony, I said, man, he was like, Yvette, if you figure out a way we can work it in, then I'll have a conversation. That means the judge will be invited up around there to the ATL, baby. The judge be at that big old studio. Y'all, that studio is huge. I saw a video of the inside. I'm gonna ask for permission to see if I can throw like 5-6 seconds of it in the short, right? I have to ask though. But anyway, that place is huge, so hopefully I'll be able to. That's my goal. All right, now wait a minute. I can tell you right now. A lot of you got some great futures ahead of you on this internet. The judge is gonna make sure that we're being showcased. Listen, YouTubers, remember that because of this Diddy trial, because of all this shenanigans, people actually run to social media, aka YouTube, to get the information before it's starting to hit mainstream. Y'all understand what I'm saying? Like YouTube is now breaking certain things before the mass media get it. It is what it is. So, Lord have mercy. All right, so just thumbs up the video. Thank you. Y'all getting a little better. You could do a little better. The judge ain't begging. You can support the channel by hitting $ Dear Vet Show. We don't beg. But listen, I just broke down yesterday in the live why content creators get up around here. Okay. Now, if you want to pay for their lunch and breakfast and dinner, that's your business. But I'm saying it's a cost to be the boss up around. We got to pay for StreamYard. We got to pay for these apps. We got to do this for y'all. Y'all think this stuff is free? Y'all want to be entertained. Are you not entertained? Make sure y'all subscribe and support everybody in the channel. It's Judge Shady Court. I comes up around here early because it's a little safer for the judge, okay? Now, I got an upcoming series going on because I feel as though this could be the judge's unbiased contribution to the biased black tea sector. Y'all see how they roll. They roll in sets and gangs and this, that. And listen, ain't nothing wrong with being the only your own pilot of your damn ship. Or pilot of your airplane, however, whichever one you want. You call the shots and you control your environment. You understand what I'm saying? I find it difficult to get anything else done because I'm too busy having ideas. Wow. You're sort of like me. But a lot of you newbies up around here, a lot of folks need to understand, okay? The judge been around here for a minute. Whether you like the judge or not, that's your own personal opinion. I keep telling y'all, just like a-holes, everybody got one. If you don't have one, I can't help you. I don't know what to tell you, okay? Anyway, good morning, beautiful. I have missed you. I hope all is well. What's going on? Listen. There's a lot of mess the judge see. Y'all see how the judge can fire up her lie? I don't respond to a lot of stuff. Right now I heard that young lady that tried to blame the judge for her life is now back. Listen, I am glad you are back, young lady. Let the judge be very clear. And this is E to the E to the Y to the V to the E. Let's be clear, ma'am. If you plan on getting back to your documentaries, yes, ma'am. I'll be the first one up over there, almost breaking my thumb to view it, okay? Get back to what you're good at, okay? Get back what you're good at. You don't have to convince the masses. You said this about 3, 4, 5 times of videos ago up around here. You said, ma'am, that you were going to move on. I'm moving on. Didn't you say that, ma'am? I'm moving on. Lady, Lord have mercy. If you think that you the best that ever do it, show us what you got. Show us, don't tell us. For the love of God, and next week you be back. They all jealous of me. Nobody want me to win. You can win, child. Listen, I told you, I'm not your enemy. I got all my enemies right in front of me. What kind of coffee y'all sipping on? Good job. What's up? Listen, smash the like button. This is early morning chatter. We ain't dragging, we ain't doxing, we ain't doing none of that. We having a good conversation up around here. Told you the judge is not responsible for any failures. Okay? Right now, if you are not at work, you should have been looking for work. That's right. I can give whatever damn advice I want up in my courtroom. Yes, indeed. So listen, let's get into Miss Pam Bondi first. Okay, make no mistake. And like I was trying to tell y'all in the beginning, make sure you smash the like button, all that good stuff. Shout out to the official replayers. Once again, my series is coming up because you guys really, really need to know who's been around here. Okay, so the judge is going to break. It's so much in this black gutter, ghetto, gangster, gospel, T-sector. Huh? Only the strong shall survive. Don't give a damn what's been exposed. The judge advice is neither confirmed or deny. Goddamn thing. Take it to trial. See you in court. See how easy that is? So I will be breaking down the first three major players. Okay, I know y'all probably expecting myself, but no, it's not all about the judge. A lot of you need to know who's zooming who up around here. Okay, who's been here. So check that series out. I think I'm doing it Friday or Saturday. I'm not sure. But anyway, let's get into Miss Pam Gangster Bondi. We're going to be reviewing just a little bit. This audio is under fair use. YouTube, you want us to grow and create. Please don't strike it down like a thief in the night. I was up around somewhere. On my DMV brother, Reese Waters. If y'all have not subscribed to this comedian, broadcaster, this dude was the ish. He's straight from Prince George's County, Maryland. I didn't even know Reese was up around here, okay? Reese is up on YouTube. He got almost 600K subscribers. His content is amazing. Open up your palate. Like I said, everybody can't afford caviar. So Reese Waters is officially on YouTube, so check him out. Oh my God, great commentary. He's funny as all outdoors. That's his niche. But he was somehow able to wow the broadcasting community. He's on one of our local news stations literally every week. So shout out to him. He has a beautiful wife as well and a great family. So check him out. I told y'all DMV is the ish. Okay, they have been hiding talent from day one up around here, and it's high time the folks up around here on this side of town get this shine. Okay, but let's chat about Pam Gangster Bondi, the head of the DOJ, the official head chick in charge, and the official attorney general. Okay, she is officially in Donald Trump's administration, and she's calling the shots. Okay, as you can see, Miss Bondi, like I said, looks amazing to be 59 years old. I would have never thought that this young lady was, almost 60s going on. Her birthday is next month, and the last thing Miss Bondi got time to deal with while she's embarking on that 60 milestone with all the new, body changes and things. Last thing, when she got up around there in that judiciary committee yesterday, she didn't want to hear. I told y'all that tagline, she said, same way you hate. How about liking this and that and Trump and put it towards crime? And shout out to Chi-Town, Chirac, Chicago, and Memphis. I heard that the federal government is officially up there. The boots are on the ground. Things are out of control. I'm praying for a reset. I'm praying that somehow law enforcement figure out a way to be able to communicate with your average citizens. And I'm going to do this in another show because I was doing some research and I saw that, you had a bunch of armed officers and ICE agents running around, scaring women, children, and family to death with masks up on their head. Okay. So I'm trying to figure out what part of the script is that. How are you going to make a full arrest and you are hiding behind a mask? So I got an issue with that. I'll be doing that in another live or upload. Stay tuned for that. Should federal officers get to hide and be all masked up when they running up trying to take somebody down? What are the safety mechanisms behind that? What if somebody don't know that you're a law enforcement officer? Most of y'all guys know that any law enforcement officer that pull you over, you have a right to ask for identification. There are people that do hell of impersonations. Okay, you get pulled over on a traffic stop. Okay, you have the right to ask for either backup, request a supervisor, and if it's late at night and things like that, try to drive to a well-lit area and all that kind of stuff. But listen, sometimes you just can't trust the popo even. Now nobody's telling you take nobody on no damn chase, a high speed chase. Okay, nobody's telling you to do all that. But you do have rights. Know your daggone rights. Ain't nothing worse than us run around here and not have a clue about our rights up around here. Okay, I'll be all day if I teach y'all that. Let's be clear. You can ask for identification. You can request and demand. They show you identification credentials. Most cops will have creds. Okay, they will have creds. Most of the times, those creds will have different type of information. What organization that person belongs to, what police department, what's the badge number. There is pertinent information within those credentials. So listen, and always trust your gut. Okay, that's what's gotten the beautiful judge to where she is today. Well, listen, it ain't been no crystal stairs for the judge, but the judge ain't no fool. All right. So listen, Pam Bondi, the head chick in charge, been running around here. Now, she was subpoenaed by Congress to run up over there. They've been asking her a whole bunch of questions. I'm talking about from down dealing with the Epstein files, okay? Something as simple when the poor federal workers gonna get their back pay up around here. There is a constitutional law, Mr. Trump, President Petty, I do apologize. People, by a mandated law, if any federal worker works during a shutdown, sir, let's be clear, President Petty, the facts are the fact. So we can't come in here, sir, with all due respect up around here, keep trying to implement your own rules up around here, okay? There is a law that if any federal worker work during a shutdown, stop Maverick, work during an actual shutdown, they are supposed to be paid, sir. Let's be clear. And y'all know, as of yesterday, President Petty was running around talking about duck, goose. Say he gonna pay who he want to pay up around here. Sir, people have homes. These federal workers, they are very detrimental, okay, to how we function, man. That little mom and pop and dad corner store, they absolutely depend on that federal worker coming up around there every morning, mad with the world, spending $10 on a Starbucks cup of coffee, okay, and a half-eaten bagel. They depend on that type of stuff. So with the federal government being shut down, it's a trickle and ripple effect. It's not just in our communities. It's a mother side effect. That's exactly what it is. Good morning. See, the judge is having class up right. Good morning, Open. What's up, beautiful? That's right. The judge and precise. See, nobody want to hear this type of content up around here on this internet. Okay? Now I told y'all the judge gonna spar with the best of them. But baby, the judge got a duty to put the information about it and not hold the content hostage. Now, there's a problem if I can't go to your channel and learn one good goddamn thing. It ain't happening over here in Judge Shady Court, because you're going to get shade and a little bit of education. Okay? You don't have to agree with the judge. That's right, Melly. Plot to leave Mel alone. Mel done been up all night. Mel is tired. She just wants some peace. Yes, indeed. Good morning, Malika. Old school. Oh, my God. I missed you. I've been seeing you, though. Yvette, you are alert. What you come in on? Pray for me, Pat. Yes, indeed. You know, if you ain't calling nobody no bitch and hoes around here, don't get no beauty. Well, it's always a time and a place when I got to drag a half of that on because they was around there messing with the judge. Y'all see how they try to put all this stuff out on the judge? The judge ain't lost an ounce of sleep because payback is a bitch. You never know when I'm coming. No, Lord have mercy. This was supposed to be a professional broadcast. I do apologize because y'all know Satan is real up around here. Anyway, I'm going to play fair use audio. And if YouTube do something about it, I'll let y'all know, okay? But I don't know how the hell YouTube expect us to grow as content creators, okay? No matter how ghetto gangster. Now, see, The judge, I can do both sides. I can give you gangster, or I can give you valedictorian. All right. This is Senator whatchamacallit. I don't forgot his name. And this is Pam Bondi testifying at the Senate hearing yesterday. Listen, the lady ain't they've been asking questions about Epstein files. They've been trying to figure out if people gonna get their coins back from the feds. They've been trying to figure out who been taking money and bribes up around there to Capitol Hill. And Pam Bondi says she ain't discussing nothing, okay? She ain't going to discuss nothing. Now, why I don't dislike her and I stand with women all day? Now, Miss Bondi, you're the top chick in charge, okay? If anybody should be able to answer a damn question and just give a yes or no, it's you. I'm a little concerned about what are you doing because, see, I was a former leader myself, okay? That's right. The judge wasn't your average police officer. You feel me? And listen, y'all can hate and throw lies around it. I'm telling you what the hell it is. I told you I pick and choose. Okay? One thing the judge know is the L, the E, into the O. Okay? And that's why I was in a level of supervision. Because I ain't taking orders from nobody that's a supervisor. When I first went in law enforcement, I found a lot of the leadership to be quite crazy. Everybody was a psychopath running around with a weapon. I said, we're going to change that. Okay? The judge, I swear to God, I wasn't in law enforcement a year before I was promoted from a regular officer to a sergeant. Because, see, they see the takeover vision. See, that's who the judge was. Judge was calling the shots up around there because I know them stupor. I said stupor. Anybody said stupid? Stupor. STUUPPAA. Those supervisors. The judge was promoted. I went from regular police officer. I went straight to sergeant within, 9 months? I skipped 2 grades within that same year. Because every year, I was getting like 5K bonuses, right? So every year, you can either take the cash bonus or you can take the grade in the step. Y'all know how the judge did his shit. Give me that 8 and 9. Yes, indeed. That's what the judge did. And a year after, 2 years later, after making sergeant, I went straight to lieutenant and the ultimate watch commander. Okay, your girl was dual with it. Your girl was dual with it. And see, I wasn't afraid to be in the streets with my officers. Okay, that's just the way that they look like, well, we here to see the watch commander. We here to see the lieutenant. And then they see little old judge, okay, coming up around there. Yes, indeed. That's off the no cap. Only the real knows. All right. I bleed blue every day. And at the end of the day, like I told y'all, law enforcement is one of the hardest careers for women because, listen, folks is looking at you like a sex symbol. And God forbid if you're in charge. Lord have mercy. All right. But at the same time, it's a great position to be in. Okay. Not everybody can do that. I ain't give a daggone with them. Some of those officers were around there being a regular officer for 30 years. I said, look, that's what they aspire to be. I ain't come here to be a part of it. I came to create it. And that's what I did. All right. I went out on that note. So at the end of the day, yes, let me do the sector roll call. Thank you for implementing that plot and drop your cash app because I got $5 left on my end that I'm going to send you. I got to pay for your idea. That's so you know somebody be live talking about the judge stole plot or tagline. Lord have mercy. Drop your cash apps. That's right. Who's in the roll call this morning? All rise. Thank you for perusing the courts, baby. You all right, Blue Belly. Listen, on time is better than nothing. Late is better than nothing. You understand what I'm saying? Thank you. We appreciate it. Supervisors, that right? That's the word. Cause y'all, come on, y'all. Y'all know some of listen, if you are at work right now, lift your head up from your desk. That work gonna be there, okay? Take a break. Go out there, smoke a cigarette, get a cup of that black coffee. Listen, y'all know that some folk ain't got no business being in charge. Y'all know that. Look around you. They have no clue. Anyway, keep hope alive. And let the judge give you some advice. The way to change that is to become the boss. You understand what I'm saying? If you don't like the way somebody's doing it, take over it and reinvent it, recreate it. That's how I did. All right. Of course, the judge wasn't really too much like that. Why I don't care around here on this internet about nobody liking the judge. Okay, because there's sometimes I had 100+ officers that I was responsible for. You think every last one of them like the judge? Hell to the no. Who would write? Who would like the judge or officer that had to write you up? Make it make sense, especially men. But I did it with class. You know what I'm saying? I had a beautiful smile on my face. Hey, Officer so and so. I need you to justify that extra traffic stop. Yeah, you know, over there, that young lady that you pulled over earlier at 6 this morning. Yeah, she done wrote an email, sugar. Uh-huh. I didn't know why you was over there in the first goddamn place. Go on, slide that report. Shit like that. Y'all feel me? Y'all would be surprised going on up around here. Anyway, we're here to talk about the head chicken charge, Miss Pam. And I'm good. Oh my God, we gone over 30 minutes. See what I'm saying? And I ain't even finished yet. I got about a good 5 more in me. 5 more pumps in me. So let's get to Miss Pam Bondi. Now I will be scrolling through random and just providing some commentary. Now, if you don't know who she is, like I said, she's DC top cop, Department of Justice, head chicken charge Attorney General. She's on Capitol Hill testifying.
That FBI agents were directed to flag any records in which President Trump was mentioned. The Department of Justice ordered the dismissal of corruption charges against the former New York City Mayor Eric Adams in a corrupt backroom deal to secure his cooperation with the president's immigration agenda.
Now, let me say about New York's top cop, Mel, I was hoping that you could, if you're still here, thank you, baby. Mel, I was hoping if you could fill us in about that mayor up there, because I was watching the broadcast, the news yesterday, Mel, and they were saying that it's some young lady that used to work with y'all mayor, Mr. Eric Adams. They're saying that she was in a full-blown affair with the mayor up around there, and it was a lot going on. She's got a alleged book that's coming up. Child, who mayor? Yeah, I heard he was no longer running. I heard he pulled and backed down the campaign out of the running and stuff like that. But it's a young lady that hit the airwaves with telling all this business, okay? She was working right up under. That's why I'm telling you. And if y'all look really closely, when these government officials be standing up there at them podium, you can always tell who's zooming who's screwing. It's a certain look, okay, that young lady had and Mayor Adams had. I knew it right then that they were sleeping together. Now, fast forward 9 years later, here she go with a book and all this. A clout chase, in my own opinion. Because why does everything have to be public? You went up around there and slept with that man to further and advance your career. And see, women in law enforcement, I've seen this a lot. There's a lot of officers that had to be terminated because they would solely invest in coming to work with the shenanigans, okay? So a lot of females that end up doing that stuff up in law enforcement. For some reason, they feel as though the only way to get on top is drop them pants down to the floor. And that's just not the way it is, okay? You have to demand respect. And whether you're in law enforcement or not, as a woman, people are only going to treat you the way you allow them, okay? People are going to treat you exactly the way the hell you allow them. Now, the judge is giving 101. This is the type of teachings that nobody want to hear. That's why y'all don't know where this mothership begin, nor will it end. The judge know, but everything ain't full the ninja net. You understand what I'm saying? Open your eyes. Let's be clear. There's a lot going on. This young lady was up here on Capitol Hill being disrespectful, refusing to answer questions. Now, I don't dislike her. I understand the pressure that she's under, but at the same time, we've got to be able to communicate. Our officials that we put in office, top cop, Miss Bondi, how you doing, sweetie? Happy early birthday. Are you having a 60s shindig? It would be awesome if you could invite the judge. I'm strictly here to make you appear a little more softer, Miss Bondi. Yeah, I'm in the business of damage control. Yes, ma'am. I will whip your career and the perception right back up. Miss Bondi, you look amazing. I'm about to give it to you. But she was up there around Capitol Hill like a straight G. Jasmine Ray, that's her name, baby. That's her name. Thanks, Mel. Yes, good. The labels over there telling all their secrets 9 to 10 years later. I want to know is those is those his teeth is up over there. That's all Jasmine got to tell the judge. Lord have mercy. It's a lot of corruption going on up around here. Yeah, he dropped out. Okay, let me see what Bluebell. Mayor Adams was like, no, Charlie, that man got his hands in more things than the Carter got over. He finally realized eventually he gonna be hauled off down to the jail. Especially if Jasmine keep talking to the feds like she doing up around there. Yup, he was with the woman from the Department of, yup, for a while, but allegedly started messing with it. Yeah, he's been laying it low and spreading it wide up down there in New York City. No wonder our stuff is running amok up around there. Lord have mercy. But let's just pay a little bit of attention. I got about 3 more minutes, guys. Make sure you smash the like button. Happy hump day to you. Maybe he be liked in the clink clink. That's for sure. You know what I'm saying? He giving me a little bit of jail energy, Blue. You feel me? Yeah, I can picture him with some muscles and a toothpick hanging. Telling New York City stories. Yeah, back in the day, me and Trump used to roll together.
That was reckless and criminal in that people were posting where ICE officers live. We worked with both Apple and Google to take that down.
It's stunning, I would add here. That
now, she's was just speaking about, she's trying to justify why a lot of the ICE officers are where they are, dealing with we're dealing with a lot of immigration and things like that. As you can see, it's so much turmoil. There's so many things going on, whether it's Israel, whether it's here, it's just a lot. It's just a lot. And you have to be able to take a step back and, see everything for what it is. Now, like I said, I do respect Miss Bondi, but I do want her to understand that she is the top cop, okay? Even over top Mr. Cash Patel. She needs to understand that her level of being able to deal with things is, listen, if she got the job from her credentials and things like that, go check her Wikipedia out. I thought it was awesome. Like I said, I couldn't really find a lot of information where she was really in trenches. I'm talking about major catastrophic events such as 9/11, such as the Washington Navy Yard shooting, such as this. Like, I've really not seen her be in anything really that was absolutely groundbreaking. However, once the Trump administration introduced her to us, then I believe that's where we have no choice but to stand up and take notice. Now, like I said, it's one of the hardest jobs in the world that she has. Like I said, you have to know the law, period. And then working for President Petty. Now, listen, I would never disrespect President Trump. It is what it is. But somebody has got to be a check and balances for him. That's what the whole judicial system is supposed to be about, to be checks and balances, okay? All of us have a checks and balance system in life. Like right now, you clocked in that job, you have a boss, okay? That boss knows whether you were there. They know how long you took that 3-4 hour lunch break. They already know you ain't gonna do nothing after 2 o'clock, and they already know you're gonna clock out at 3:59. You see what the judge is saying up around here? They already know. But she does, Pam Bondi, in my own opinion, she absolutely has a duty to at least be able to have a conversation. In my own opinion. So I'm going to skip along a little bit. Like I said, I'm just doing it sporadic, and then I'm going to get out of here. Smash the like button.
$8.7 billion for the Bureau of Prisons. And what that does is it adds 587 correctional officers to help with the things that we just discussed. 95 million.
And one thing I must advise you all in this gutter hood court, I really do respect the fact that this administration absolutely respect the military and they respect law enforcement. I love this about the Trump administration, because let me tell y'all something. Y'all see a lot of federal workers is at home in their rope right now, okay? Through no fault of their own. It's just the politics of it all. Let's be clear. But it's just a thing where we're just in a situation where you're just like, Lord have mercy. You just don't know where the shoe gonna fall. That's what I'm trying to say. You don't know where the shoe gonna fall after a while. Now I should have prepared some timestamps, but I really don't have time. I was looking for that little senator though, that was getting his shine on up around it. That man, he wasn't having it with Miss Bondi yesterday. Let me see what you're saying in the chat. Yeah. It should always be the best person for the job. Yeah, and let me tell y'all something. It's absolutely not about the best person for the job. I find it's more so geared and based upon who the hell you know up around here. Now, come on. Y'all know some of y'all right now been trying to get in some type of job, get a specific job and this and that. And here comes so-and-so right there. Y'all know so-and-so had the one up on you. They knew somebody, okay? I always say it's not about what you do. It's about who you know nowadays. That hasn't changed. That absolutely has not changed. I'm trying to skip to the timestamp where that senator, I think I clicked off on
Senator Blumenthal.
Okay, no, that's not it. And then I do believe I lost it. Dang. Okay, I lost it, guys. I do apologize about that. Because I thought that was the actual clip. Make sure you thumbs up the video. Good morning. Happy hump day. This is Judge Shady Court. We around here learning something. We'll deal with the mess a little later on. We'll go through the replays. See, one thing about Judge, we're gonna have our information up over here. We're gonna go through the replays and who said what and how they said it. Yes, indeed. Yeah. They know a guy who know a guy that knew the guy that knew the guy before them, and after that, that's the way it goes. I prided myself though when I used to sit on those boards, when officers used to come up. And let me say this. That's what I meant to say. Shout out to the Trump administration for respecting law enforcement and military. Listen, right now is the perfect time to get y'all butts up around there and get up over there. Okay, get up over there in law enforcement right now, because it look like they the only one that's gonna be still standing up around here. Okay, they the only ones gonna be getting paid. President Petty, I appreciate you telling them people that you're going to play duck, duck, goose with their damn paychecks. Now, if you want to see a war up out this joint, you keep on messing with them federal government workers' coins, okay? You ain't seen nothing yet. You think, Lord have mercy, let me be nice. Smash the like button. Smash the like button for me. So yeah, I can't find that clip and I really don't care. But anyway, the lady, Miss Pam Bondi, she just was sick of it. She was sick of it. She didn't want to hear nothing. And I understand. You have to have a set of balls up around here in this law enforcement world. It, like I said, is a very lonely place to be. However, once you understand the ins and out of it all, you learn to navigate through the shit. Okay? And see, the judge stood on some business up around here. Okay? They should have known that. And fun fact, let's be clear. The judge has always stood on business. I told y'all, and I tell y'all, the judge pick and choose what she wants to say up around here. But see, the judge, as early as I can remember, from the age of 20 to 21, I believe I was 22 years old. And the judge, you know what I'm saying, had the skills as a bartender, and, unbeknownst to, so I always pride myself on always going against the grain. When people said, Judge, you can't do this, or Yvette, you can't do this, I always wanted to, I took pride in proving people wrong, and anything that I put my mind to, my nature is to build. I'm a builder by nature. That's just who I am. That's my sign, a builder by nature, and keep it pushing. Get uninterested and move on to the next challenge. That's just who I am mentally, okay? Good morning, Icy Mike Angels. What's up, baby? Good morning. Icy, okay. All right, it's Icy up around there. Good morning. But at the early age of 21, 22, I pretty much, had a standard. I didn't play no games. I said people's gonna respect me because I'm gonna respect them. Long story short, I was trying to get a little job. And y'all remember the big company TGI Fridays? The NDA is over with now, so hell, I can talk about it. Y'all remember TGI Fridays? I decided to go on an interview. Anyway, let's just say that general manager ended up turning that interview to a steak, a Heineken, and some mashed potatoes. I was sitting there just trying to get a little job, as a bartender, because I wanted to see what the hell they was doing up in TGI Fridays. But anyway, let's just say this. That general manager that actually interviewed me had visions of sugar plums dancing in his head. And by the time I left that actual interview, I did get the job, but it was getting ready to be under a bunch of circumstances. So what the judge do? The judge sued him. The judge sued the hell out of TGI Fridays, okay, for violating and disrespecting the judge. See, the judge been standing on business for a minute. Understand the game. And when you've been violated, just stand on that. So the judge sued TGI Fridays. Y'all know the national company chain. I sued them to the tune of $40K. Okay, I walked away with $40,000 at the age of what? I think 2021, 22, something like that. I sued them for failing to give me an opportunity to get a good job without the boss trying to come on to the judge. So yeah, the judge sued as early as that. Ooh, I didn't almost forgot about that. Baby, when the judge got that $40K, of course, my little bobblehead lawyer at the time, I had to run him $10K. But the judge think that was damn good back in, I guess they had to been back in the 90s, 93, 94, 90. Listen, when the judge came to court, the judge had a briefcase and the judge had her bullet points, and the judge stood on business. Needless to say, I never did work for TGI Fridays, but I was $30K richer in the judge's pocket. To this day, my mother was still like, man, how the hell you get them people for $40,000? Judge stands on business up around here, okay? The judge stand on business. A steak and a Heineken cost TGI Fridays $40,000 fucking with the judge. Look at God. Anyway. Oh, and I wasn't harmed. I was just pissed off because I would have preferred another drink, like a Mai Tai. So the judge stood on business, sued the shit out of TGI Friday, got my $40K, and I never was working there. I never became a bartender there. Oh, well, it was their loss. With $40K in my pocket, I didn't need TGI Fridays and nobody else at the time. Stand on business, y'all. See, I tell y'all, can't nobody tell your story better than you. And I told y'all the judge's life is a fucking movie. I have to dish it out because some of the shit y'all ain't gonna believe, okay? All right, the judge also, let me give an update. That's right, Bluebell. Snoop, stand on business, Your Honor. That's right. You gotta sue those heifers some. Stand up for yourself. Bring back the tape cassettes. Oh, Lord. What's on them tapes, Plotter? Don't be around here starting nothing. We're going to give a damn about them 90s. Them restaurant managers are grimy. Yes, they are. Yes, they are. And y'all know them supervisors, whoever promoted them, it's our job to make the big wigs aware. Let everybody know that they are a stupa bazaar. Good morning. I hope I ain't missed nobody. Listen, this is Judge Shady Court. Happy hump day to y'all. Check out opinionated news. Check out everybody that was in the chat, please. And the subscribers. Y'all poor subscribers. Listen, y'all be cracking me up. I be seeing a lot of y'all. It's so good that a lot of you guys understand that this game ain't for the weak, okay? Now, you can always log off and never come back to the tube again. But if the judge ain't never tell you, you got to be a little bit unmedicated to be still around here, okay? I told y'all, YouTube is only for the strong. Only the strong survive. You get knocked down 10,000 times and you get your ass right back up again. And it's okay if you ain't built like Teflon down. Let's be clear. But ultimately, the judge will be praying for you while I'm hiding out in the bunker. See, in the afterworld, in this life, go crazy. That's right. Got to be strong for these streets, baby. These streets will chew you up and spit you out. That's why you got to decide, pick and choose your battles. The judge tell you. Lord have mercy. Live, laugh, and love, y'all. Happy hump day. Hump on somebody, just not to judge. And let me tell y'all, I keep telling y'all, pick and choose these battles up around here. And you ain't got to convince a soul when you already know your worth. See, only a person that is insecure about who they are, they get on here. We can see them all day. They shouting from the rooftop. I am great. I am better than the last motherfucker. Pray for those folks because they still trying to figure out that none of us was built to break. Let's be clear. Court's adjourned.